Ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite Super is about halfway done, and it's time I give my thoughts to the public and talk about this season. So my initial thoughts on this season was probably the same as yours. You know, oh my god, we're back, Fortnite cooked, this and that, whatever, etc. But you know, the POIs felt fresh, the new weapons, the new weapons were fun to use, and the battle pass was fantastic. Like, it was just the start of a good season. So in the end, why do I want to talk about this season? Well, there were certain aspects. Dude, okay, this guy's gonna be on me entire time. There were certain aspects of this season that Fortnite should be changing, and also some things to be aware about for the next following 2 seasons. Because these next 2 seasons are gonna be very interesting on how Fortnite decides to take them. So number 1, the loophole. The loophole is not the greatest, okay? I'm gonna say right here, the loophole's not the greatest. I did just say that the new weapons are fun to use and experiment with, but that's not. But at its core of Fortnite, what it is, and how the gunplay, the gameplay is, it sucks. The loophole sucks. I feel like if it kind of has to do with the shotguns. Like, if we ignore the Star Wars season, we've been having the same shotguns this entire chapter. The entire chapter, not just season, the entire chapter. So, this guy really wants it, bro. And I feel like, hold up. Now, yeah, we've had like the outlaw shotgun and stuff, but you know, the outlaw sucks, and so does the twinfire, which I actually had for a little bit. They both suck. Leaving like the sentinel pump, the only pump shotgun in the game, right, to be the one shotgun that only the people use. Like, just everyone uses. No one else uses no one else uses the twinfire. No one else uses the outlaw. And it's just, and even the Sentinel's not even that good. Like, most of the time with the Sentinel, I'm hitting like 30s back to back. I'm not hitting enough damage. And overall, it's just too weak, you know. And you know, I'm all for new weapons. I'm all for new items. But you know, if we're gonna have new weapons, they can't all suck. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But it's like, and I'm sure some of you feel this, you know, like the Sentinel not being that good. And I think the solution to this, you know, to avoid having, you know, the one shotgun, the one AR, the one whatever, just be dominant the entire season, to kind of have multiple of each weapon. So like in Reload, really like in Reload, the way they have the shotgun set up, like they have, I believe, the thunder pump shotgun and then they have the regular pump shotgun. Those 2 shotguns are amazing shotguns, right? But they're great shotguns, and I think when you're playing Reload, you don't really, like, you can pick up the thunder pump and stay with that thunder pump the entire game, and someone can be using, I don't know, a normal pump, someone can be using the other one, like, and having that variety of good shotguns, I think makes it easier for the player to kind of pick out their favorite one. What the heck? Wait, you can launch from that? I didn't even know you can do that. And I think it just makes things more simpler. Like, there's actually more competition. Like, you wouldn't care about the shotgun you have because you like that shotgun or whatever. Like, I know a lot of people would prefer the thunder pump over the regular pump. That's right, but this guy's actually gonna get my nerve. But yeah, and I think also just having some unvaults too, like unvaulting some shotguns. Kind of not remake, but maybe remake some shotguns. Just so they can fit the modern day loophole and stuff, like the modern day meta. Anyways, enough about the loophole. I think let's move on to kind of my second point, the one big thing that I really had a problem with this season, and it's something that I really hope that we wouldn't do. And that's the summer events. This season's summer event was not a summer event. We didn't have a summer event. Now we did have, 14 days of summer, right? This guy's real. Hold up. I gotta back up. As a community, as a Fortnite, the Fortnite players, I feel like we can confidently say that this was the worst Fortnite season, the Fortnite summer event of all time. Because even though we had like summers like vibing, we had summers like the Wilds in chapter 4. Alright, bro. I'm not gonna fight with this spider nearby, dude. Even though we had those like summer events, Fortnite still had things like some little summer props, summer items. Like we had ice cream introduced back in the vibing season. And we had little updates. They even had trailers. They had new summer skins, things like that. This season, we had none of that. The only time when Fortnite ever said like the word summer was in the quests, the summer quests. I don't think they're not even here no more. I don't think I even got my items. Like I did not play the entirety of like the summertime. Only like maybe when there was the pump shotgun. That's it. Like when they added back the pump, I was like, oh okay. And the hammer too. When they added back the hammer, that was it. Like they didn't really try to go all in with the 14 days of summer. Like I feel like they could have at least, put like a little beach area right here on the coast of Utopia City. That would have been cool. Put more summer and it's like at a main POI. It would have been cool. But they didn't do that. I don't know. Like they could have had also something, in Brick Life. They could have something in Brick Life. They could have made like some summer skins of old or newer skins. Yeah, newer skins. Because we had like summer skins of like Ruby already and Crystal back in like chapter 2, I think it was. We won't have that for modern day skins, we could have some like Hope, another Eevee skin maybe. Honestly, dude, they honestly fumbled the bag. Like they didn't do anything. And I'm mad about that. Compared to other summer events, I feel like this is a massive letdown to the Fortnite community. I'm just saying. Alright, so it's been about a week since I recorded this video, and over that week the Superman Mythic that came out, I had like a realization on something else I should talk about, which is bosses, medallions, and mythics. When the Superman powers came out, they were kind of weak and no one really liked them. Even I believe Nikki30 tweeted at Fortnite that hey, the Superman power is not that strong. We want things more like Doom and Thanos and stuff like that. And that's been kind of the thing with the latest bosses ever since chapter 6. That Godzilla was weak. Darth Vader was a little weaker to kill. Or he was more easier to kill. I don't know why. Like why Epic is doing this. Maybe just to have the bosses easier to get for newer players, and just to have more people have a chance at getting these different weapons and things, just the new stuff, right? By sacrificing the difficulty of each boss, it kind of makes the fight underwhelming. And I feel like with medallions on top of that, it makes the weapon attached to the boss weaker. back then, we had bosses like Midas, like the Foundation. We had and Iron Man too. And those bosses were actually like hard to get, and it kind of made this excitement to keep landing there back to back, and going for the loot, like or going for the boss. Ooh, okay. So I do think medallions ruin bosses, you know, and I feel like nowadays the mythic rarity isn't really mythic anymore. Cause like I said, back then mythics were actually mythics, and there was only like one mythic in each game. So I think in the future, if Fortnite wants to add a mythic, just remove medallions overall and make mythics mythic again. You know what they could have done is have Superman have a boss there at the fortress, whatever, and they could have had, you know, his laser power as one power, and then maybe like flight as another. Like that would have been cool. Instead of like the limited time you have, you know, just using Superman and you getting targeted by the entire team, by the entire island, the entire lobby. Oh my God, I couldn't find the word. Oh, he has the exotic. They overbuilt too much, bro. What the heck? Oh, he has the scan. Woo! Okay. Man, damage I done to this guy is actually crazy. And then they go from there. Yeah. Hopefully we can clean up this lobby. These two medal sweats right now. I think I'm gonna defeat these guys. So if you hear my thoughts and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. We're almost at 300 subscribers, so subscribe now. Hold up. Bruh. Alright. I'm gonna save it. He's gonna base boost me. This guy really is using the base boost, like, offensively. Kinda cool. Oh, that could have been a good shot right there. Get the slow W. Okay, that's the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, if you liked the video, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.